Avengers Infinity Quest, the one game that I hear people talk about all the time, how they're confused by the rules. Now, if you happen to be one of these people, fear not, you're in the right spot. In this video, I'm going to show you a very simple way to score 100, 150, or 200 million points. Now with Avengers, obviously it does have an incredibly deep rule set. If you've played this game before, you probably found yourself in some situations where you didn't quite understand what was going on. I've been there before early on. We're going to stay very focused on key aspects of this. And once you see the rest of this, you will not be able to unsee it. It'll be incredibly simple. You'll be able to take this back to your league or your local tournaments and show it to your friends as well, because this is actually not that difficult to do. The base of it that you do need to understand is that the disc is super important. That's going to be our North Star for this entire roadmap. So the disc does play very much importance. Just keep that in mind. If you're not sure on what the exact rules are, don't fret. You'll learn them pretty quick just based off this roadmap alone. Now with our roadmap, we have basically 5 stops that we want to go towards. The first 2 are optional, which are a super skill shot for a portal lock and collecting 4 combos for a portal lock. The reason why this is important, because each quest or mode in the game, and there's 5 of them, but each one in the game, you do have the option to turn it into a multi-ball. And you do that by collecting portal locks. And you can have either a 2-ball multi-ball or a 3-ball multi-ball. Now, the reason why this is important is because that also increases your scoring by either 2x or 3x, depending on how many balls you have in play. And after we do the first 2 stops to the early game roadmap, assuming that you decided, even though it's optional, that you're going to do them anyways, we will then spin the disc, in which case we will spell strange out in the playfield, and that will light our gauntlet ramp, which is located between the left ramp and, since this is a pro, by the mini loop and right spinner. It's just up there in the upper right-hand corner. You hit that gauntlet ramp, and what that will do, that will initiate your gym quest where you can toggle and pick which one you want to do. For this video, we're going to do reality gym. There's a big reason for that, and you'll see this while we play the game. And then from there, once we are in reality gym, I personally like to bring in Thor Multiball, stack that in. You can find that at the captive ball. Very easy to get to, but keep in mind, if you start that before gym quest, you will be locked out of your quest. So you always have to, the sequence always goes, you have to start your quest, then you bring in Thor Multiball. And from there, we'll play out the mode or play out the quest, and then we will collect the reality gem. Now for this video, I'm not going to show where to place it, how to place it, or anything like that. We want to keep this very simple, just from plunge, how to get your portal locks, what quest to take, and how to play that quest, and how just to kind of get the whole party started, bring it all together. And you'll see during this video, it can come together fairly quick. But even though I have this listed, or I'm calling this an early game roadmap, it could be your entire game strategy. Perfectly fine. Just learn this roadmap. You will get points. And then eventually, the better and better you get at it, the more reps you have, you can condense this down. Instead of it being 3 balls that it takes you to do this, maybe you can get it in 1 ball, and therefore you can get even deeper into the game. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to explain out a little bit more on how to do everything that's in our roadmap. The most important aspect of this is to understand the mystery award grid. Now, this grid has 9 boxes total, and you can collect whatever award is listed on its corresponding insert, as long as you drop the 3 drop targets down that are located just directly to the left side of the grid. A big caveat to this is that when you can complete 3 inserts in a row, whether it's vertical, horizontal, or diagonal, you'll get a major award. And as you can see on the screen above me, those major awards are deterministic if it's in competition. If it's not in competition, it will be randomized, but it'll still be the same for every player in the game. When you are starting out, when you plunge, the most important thing you can do is hit those drop targets. You want to plunge the ball all the way around to your right flipper, and then hit those drop targets as soon as the furthest to the right insert is lit, which is your bonus X insert. The reason for this is that will automatically complete that middle line horizontally, which is your 750K points, Spot Avenger, bonus X. As you notice, the major award for that is Portal Lock. So this will automatically give you a Portal Lock up front very quickly in the game. And in order to collect that, if you're on the Pro, you'll just simply spin the disc. It's locked in. If you're on a Premium or LE that has that disc activated, it will raise up, and you just simply shoot it into the disc underneath, and it'll go through the subway and do and do all that. But it's very simple to do. That is just something that I highly recommend you focus on, especially if the ball save is on. You might as well go for it because the payoff is huge, which means you will automatically, once you lock that in and once you get your portal lock, any quest you do, it's automatically 2x for as long as you have 2 balls out there. And then, of course, the next stop on our roadmap is getting this second portal lock. And the way that we do this is by getting 4 combos. It's very simple to do. Anytime you hit a major shot, it'll light other corresponding shots with a white pulsing insert that's at the arrow. And once you see that, just complete those 2 shots. That's a combo. And the combos are pretty much global, meaning that you can mess up the combo chain, but it's still banked for you in the future. So just complete 1 combo. Then even if you mess up the second one, you still have 1 combo. So the idea of this and the strategy that I like to use on a pro is just by using that left ramp or Black Widow ramp. I'll hit it right up the middle towards that. And then I'll try to hit the Captain Marvel spinner that's located just left of the Thor captive ball. And the reason I do this is because it has a quick 180 turn. You can give it a little bump off the guide rail coming back down the right orbit and hopefully get yourself an easy live catch on that right flipper. And from there, just repeat it. Just back up the left ramp again, Captain Marvel ramp, bump over, live catch. Keep repeating that over and over again. Eventually, you will have enough combos for your portal lock. And then once again, you'll spin the disc in order to light that in. Now, another reason why you want to do something like this, especially if you're on the pro, there's Captain Marvel awards found at that right spinner. You spin it enough, you'll light your mystery. You'll also start binary, which is a quick hurry up that you can do at the left ramp and at the right spinner together. That's a lot of other background points as well. So a lot of good things can happen here by utilizing the strategy and kind of starting to compound different features and different modes and different scoring on top of each other. But that's essentially what you're about to see. Now for Reality Gem Quest. So whenever you do start this quest, you're just going to spin the disc again. And every time you spin this disc, you're going to spell out strange. So the letters that you find in the middle of the playfield right below the disc, that spells out strange. You spin that disc a little bit. And the key is that will span out all kinds of shots that are lit yellow across the whole entire playfield, like all the major shots. And the reason why you want to spin the disc too is because that adds the value onto the shots to where you can multiply it. I believe it's upwards of 7x. And the way those strange letters work is that it does have a decay on it. So once you get to whatever letter you're at and you start hitting other shots, every few seconds, one of those letters will unlight and it'll gradually go back down until you spin the disc again. So that's the key. Try to keep spinning that disc, then jam out on some shots, spin the disc, jam out on some shots. And that's why you want to bring in the portal locks as well. Imagine taking 3x with your portal locks and also spinning that disc, and you have upwards of 7x shots across there. It gets to be a lot of points. And before you know it, you can easily sell over 100 million just within seconds. But that's how that mode works. In case you never knew, now you know. Very simple to do, very straightforward, and it allows you just to absolutely just rip shots throughout the game. And then the next thing we like to bring in is Thor Multiball. Again, you can find this at the captive ball, and it is a 2-ball multi-ball. It pairs very well with Reality Gem. Just make sure you do not start this until you are in the quest. Do not start it before the quest, otherwise you will play it all by itself, all naked, and you don't want that. It still can be decent points, but it's good to be in a quest, especially if you're in Reality Gem and spinning that disc nonstop. And the reason for this is in Thor, you're going to spin the disc once again, because by spinning that disc, you will help light your Addaball that's located right at the Sanctum target, right behind the disc. And that Addaball it's key, or that Sanctum target is key for a couple other reasons as well, because oftentimes you'll also light your extra ball during all this chaos. And the main way that you light the extra ball in the course of all this is through the Hawkeye targets. And you have 3 of those, with one located between the left ramp and the gauntlet ramp, one located just right below the mini loop, and then one located by the mystery target, the Ant-Man target at the far right. I think it's 3 times around, or you hit 3 of those solid, you end up lighting your extra ball at that Sanctum target. That's huge because it's worth in competition 25 million points. Don't sleep on that, and that can happen pretty quick. Now, coming back to Thor Multiball, besides just the Addaball area, You're also going to jam out on certain shots, and that will light a letter in Thor's name, in which case you will cash that in at the captive ball. You do that over and over again. You just hit jackpots, enough of them again to light a letter. And once you spell out Thor, eventually you will then light the tower for your 5x super jackpot. And then those sequences will just keep repeating themselves over and over again, to where you'll just hit a few more shots for each letter and just keep jamming out on that. So it's very straightforward. And once you realize how that works, all this really comes together quite easily and quite nicely. And it actually is a lot of fun to do. And we're going to show you how to do that right now. So with this early game roadmap, as we talked about before, make sure you plunge all the way around and hit the middle drop in order to lock in your portal lock. Now you want to wait until that insert is lit, as you just saw me do right there. Typically, I'll plunge around when the upper right hand insert is lit, because it's going to count down anyways or decay downwards. So that's an easy way to time it. Now, after I collect that, I do want to get my portal lock early on, and now I'm going to start working on combos. Just like we talked about a second ago, you want to get 4 combos. And you can look on the LCD screen and you'll kind of see your combos start to count up. We're getting some Captain Marvel spins as well. But my main focus is left ramp, Captain Marvel spinner, live catch, go from there. And also trying to pronounce my words. That's obviously hard right now. So right now we're going to flail around a little bit. I need to shoot the disc for my second portal lock. My quest is available at the gauntlet ramp, but I do not want to do that just yet, because if I hit it in there, then I lose my portal lock. I wouldn't be able to use it till the next quest, but I want to bring 2 in. So that's important to me. Now from here, we collect Black Widow. We're not going to worry about that. It's another video to explain the collection of the Avengers, but that is a whole nother thing with all this. All right, so we're going to start Reality Jump. That disc is in a bad spot for me, but that's okay. I'm going to spin it around real quick, and my entire focus is to spin that disc. As you can tell, I've only got 2 letters right now, so therefore it's only a 2x Strange award, and that's what you just saw. We're bringing in Thor, but we're also still trying to spin the disc. And now you can start to see the count up right there, the 7x Strange award. So we got the disc maxed out. We lost one of our balls, but that's okay, because we were able to bring in Thor now. So we got our stack. And from here, legitimately, it's just jamming out shots. As long as you're spinning the disc, you can pretty much shut your brain off and not stress out. Just hit shots, hit the middle ramp, hit the gauntlet ramp, hit a right orbit, hit a Captain Marvel spinner, maybe a Hulk spinner on the left if you want to. Nothing wrong with that. So we just got a binary award right there. We got a quick replay. We got our extra ball. And as you can tell, it's 130 million. Just like that. Without doing much. I mean, it's just riding lightning once everything's together. And you can, again, you can play this as slow and steady as you want. You can do pretty much however you want to do it. So we got done with the quest. And then we immediately collected our reality gem. And from there, I'm draining out so quick. And that's legitimately it. That's the bare bones of this. That's exactly what to do if you want to get to points pretty quick. And you can really see how all of this comes together so quickly. It's just as long as you know how to get to the portal lock, just as long as you understand how important that disc is to spin, and just as long as you understand how to bring in Thor multi-ball along for the ride, you can start stacking up points pretty quickly. And that does make the game a lot more fun. Other than that, if you have any questions, if you have any strategies you can think of that you want to mention down below, feel free to. If you want to see more videos on this particular game, I can show you several other strategies to use with the different gems, or even with the mystery awards or the computer grid awards. We can do all that as well. But other than that, I thank you so much for watching and for your comments and for your support. I do greatly appreciate it. Until next time, I'll see you on the next one.